Hey there folks, I'm MysteriousJG. Welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. The last video was a bit of a non-event, but you know, you did get to see Mystic Art for the first time, assuming I didn't do that on camera before and forget about it. But we're out now. The ruins where I went. Did a whole lot of off-screen grinding. Well, a whole lot of probably like 2 hours of off-screen grinding down there. That you guys didn't get to see, and then a little bit of fighting my way out and getting lost and confused that you did get to see. But it's definitely time to pick the plot back up. We're short 2 party members right now. I'm pretty sure we're getting Raven back. We gotta be getting Estelle back at some point, so I guess we'll find out at some point. Now, flying around looking for stuff, I think I found interesting new places before, though neither of those appear to be it. There was some kind of island over here. I'm just trying to... Jeez. Some kind of island over here looks like you can never land there. Okay, so you can never land here, so never mind. That's not that interesting at all. And then, occasionally you find treasure chests, and you just want to go pop down and take a look. Not a whole lot going on there. Here is the Imperial Capital. But in fact, we don't need to go to the Imperial Capital. We need to go, well, to a treasure chest that's nearby. Oh no, we weren't done. There was more treasure. Not terribly important treasure, I would think. Okay. But I think somehow we were supposed to, oh, and the ridiculous, the people who live in the flying jellyfish, their cities flying around someplace. And then this place here. I'm not sure if we could get to this before. Doesn't appear to be anything going on here. Just remember, I'm just thinking back fondly, if you must know, on Final Fantasy VIII, and how there was an entire continent that you visited as part of the, like, that ridiculous card game quest, which never really mattered otherwise.
Can we just go all out?
Well, we don't really... Quartes assassin. Yeah, can we not use lots of fancy arts on these guys?
That was too easy.
It was, and yet you used up a whole bunch of fancy technique points. What the hell are you?
I feel like an easy win. I guess.
Gobbler? Yes, I don't think we fought Gobbly before. Doesn't appear to be very dangerous. It has a human voice that goes, ow!
We show no mercy to enemies. We just rip them apart.
They drop kiwi fruit. And I don't have a recipe that uses that yet. I did my off-screen and come across some weird overworld enemies that were actually pretty dangerous. I can't remember where they were. That's kind of what I was looking for. It's like, there's an island someplace we couldn't get to before. But, I'm sure they'll show up later in the game. I don't think this game is... Like I was just saying, Final Fantasy VIII had a whole continent. That's where I was going. Had a whole continent that you don't really have to visit as part of the main story. But I think in this game, they pretty much... if you gotta go there, it actually means something. This kind of looks like something you should be able to interact with. You can't. There is some treasure over there that we can't quite get to from here. So maybe that will mean something later, maybe it won't. At any rate, I was trying to find the next piece of plot. I just got caught up in treasure. as we started stumbling into treasure I wanted to investigate. Alright, so this is, I think, roughly where we need to be for the story to continue on. This is the Imperial Continent, isn't it? And per Draki the Dork, the... Oh, there's treasure here. Draki the Dork didn't tell me about that, but... to get things rolling, we need to go to a place that's close to the Imperial Capital. We're not that close to the Imperial Capital anymore. I took us away from where we needed to be. Close to the Imperial Capital, the mobile fortress Heracles is chilling in Imperial territory, but not actually right at the Imperial Capital, if you must know. Okay. So we need to be looking at the shorelines near the Imperial Capital, I guess. And we'll find treasure. And there's more treasure. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of really weak enemies. There's more treasure over here. I've got to cut this off at some point, so I'm doing it now. I'm not going to investigate that tree bark treasure. Is that the mobile fortress? Hey, that's the mobile fortress.
We caught up to them.
Sweet! It only took us like a video and a half.
Look!
Look! And then he runs away when you're looking the other way. He's that villain from Mighty Jack trying to escape. Wow, the mobile fortress Heracles is basically Mecha Gamera. You know, it's kind of evil steampunk sexy, but not what I would say is a practical design. Wait a minute, Flynn is fighting against that guy? Alexei is apparently either Flynn is rebelling or Alexei is now invading the Empire. But since they didn't have a clear emperor, I don't know why he would need to, and I really don't understand why Schwann, aka Raven, was siding with Alexei. That doesn't make any sense to me. It would only make sense to me if Flynn was also on Alexei's side, and they were both bound by some knightly code. But Raven seems like he'd be more willing to break the code than Flynn does. Let's put it that way.
Everyone, stand with me.
So I believe what's happening is Flynn and his knights are about to get their asses handed to them by the evil Alexei and his mobile fortress Heracles, aka Hercules. But the other possibility is that he's fighting with Alexei, like on his side. I don't know.
Suicide.
It's a suicide mission.
They're dead if they get too close to Heracles.
Yeah, only we can defeat that thing because we're the plot characters.
Well, it is Flynn. I wouldn't think he'd be crazy enough to ram that thing head on.
Well, you just said it is Flynn, and so you thought he'd be totally crazy enough to do it.
Even so, their little fleet doesn't stand a chance against that fortress.
The only way to defeat it is for a bunch of guys riding on this ridiculous-looking dragon thing that doesn't actually fight to go in there and beat up individual troops.
Well, if we can't get in from the bottom, we'll just get in from the top.
Who said we can't get in from the bottom? I don't see a way for us to get in from the bottom. That didn't seem to be something that was particularly established.
What? Wait! Let's think this over a little more!
Let's go back to that previous dungeon and grind against monsters for another 25 minutes while we consider our options.
Baul, take us up.
That's not thinking about it more, Judith. That's you deciding. Ballhole's like, no, I want to listen to... I want to listen to the kid.
They're shooting at us! Baul!
They're shooting. It must be Dean Malenko down there.
The rear left. It's the only area that isn't shooting.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Okay, that's the spot. Do you think he can get us there?
So every inch of the surface of this thing is a cannon except for the rear left.
He's a little hurt that you'd even ask.
Means fuck you, human.
Sorry. Alright, it's up to him.
Take us in, Baul.
Oh, he didn't say anything this time.
Let's go.
Okay, now he's saying it. He's saying the same thing he always says. Terrible fortress, Heracles, terrible. Oh, looks like I've reached a point of no return. Not necessarily for the whole game, but for this dungeon.
Dead. All the guards are down.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go.
So that's why the cannon fire from this section was so weak.
Wow.
Someone's here.
Somebody is already infiltrated. Maybe it's Barbos. Maybe he's still alive.
You never come prepared with a plan, do you? Is brute force the only strategy you know?
Hey, sweet. Somebody else gets to be heroic. This one's heroic.
That's right, I say.
This time, it's curtains for you!
Bitch.
You guys again? Don't you ever give up?
I think they're actually on our side. I think it's implied they defeated those other knights.
The Schwann Brigade. You still gunning for Alexei after everything that's happened?
Well, Schwann apparently died in the service of Alexei. Why are you turning on him?
We knights must do as our pride demands.
Come on, you guys, leave us alone.
To that, you
Seriously.
S-R-L-Y. Sorry, S-R-S-L-Y. Wow, which Dracula the Dork is actually using. She's describing the fact that this would be a good time to go get over limit 4 if you don't already have it, which we actually did.
Looking at you guys makes me remember a face that I'm trying hard to forget.
What? Oh, Raven.
What sort of face do you mean? Must be some poor sap with a pretty ugly mug.
Wow, it, I didn't know for positive, but I had a feeling we got Raven back. They didn't really leave us in suspense that long, did they?
Raven.
What about you? What about Raven?
Old man!
Take a look at my life on the line.
Raven the Great, at your service.
So you're not gonna go around being Schwann anymore.
What? So happy to see me, cat's got your tongue? What are you doing here, old man?
Are you taking a look at your life?
Gee, glad to see you too. All right, men, hold down the fort here.
A new guard just spontaneously generated to make Raven look like a badass.
Sir. Yes, sir. There, that should do it.
That gets rid of them forever, and let us never again mention the fact that I became a part of, that I was, apparently my backstory involved me being Imperial Knight, because I doubt it'll ever again be relevant. That's how this game rolls. It's like never gonna matter again that he joined he didn't join them, and he did join them at some point, but not during the course of the story. He had always been in the Imperial Knights. Ah. He even shows up in that Tales of Vesperia First Strike anime that's set before the game. And I guess they didn't want to spoil it for people who hadn't finished the game, but he appears in his incarnation as Raven, and there's no reference made to the fact that he's involved with the Imperial Knights.
Raven.
Raven. Oh.
Okay, it's up to you guys from here.
I'm leaving your party forever. Sorry.
How can you say that? There's no way we can trust you.
Little girl, you must be able to trust me. After all, I'm totally trustworthy. You can place your trust with me, and I will make you a servant of the Patriots.
Don't try to pretend you forgot what you did, old man.
Is Repeat coming up to give him huggles? Wait, what did he do? He saved you guys.
I see. Well then do me a favor and put me down quick.
Boss battle. Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo.
Hey, what are you trying to prove?
This is man talk, Rita. You need to just sit down.
I didn't think I cared that much about living. But before I knew it, I was waist deep in all this.
Waist deep in Tang. Sorry, that wasn't right at all.
If I have to be done in by you guys here, well, there are worse ways I could go.
And as far as I know, you guys actually can't kill me because of my crazy-ass blast guard.
Now that you've turned on Alexei, your Blastia could be shut down any time.
Wait, he can do that? He's got a remote control for it?
So you might as well die here. Is that what you mean?
I've been a dead man for over 10 years.
He's the Undertaker! It's the decade of destruction!
So what is a dead guy like yourself doing here anyway?
Rotting.
Raven, you came here to settle accounts with us, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, I was part of the Imperial Knights, and, working for Alexei. Therefore, I was a comrade to many of the people that you have murdered, Yuri. It's not clear how many of Yuri's murders do his party members know about. We had specifically a scene where Carol and Estelle seemed to find out about him killing the one villain whose name I don't remember, who had like the effete one who had like this weird gap in his outfit shaped like a heart. He was the Japanese love to do this. He wasn't like a hermaphroditic, although they love that too. But these really overtly homosexual flaming characters who are presented as being bad guys. And we had the guy like that, with like the lipstick and just that whole thing, and Yuri like shoved him into quicksand. I still don't know if they ever found out that he murdered the mayor of Eviltown. The guy who was like feeding kids to monsters. But no, I mean in theory, you would imagine he didn't like them very much, but in theory, Raven here was working with those guys.
Well, brave Vesperia would be pleased to take care of that for you.
We are the guild of murderers, after all. And I really hope, it'll probably be like one line of dialogue, one fleeting line of dialogue. And the game will otherwise ignore the contradiction. But I'd really like to think we get some explanation for how he had his own brigade of knights in the Imperial Knights and was simultaneously the right-hand man at that guild, Altosk. Is Altosk even the right guild? Like the major guild, the guild of being a guild, basically. They didn't seem to have an overall purpose. But the guild that like the old dude who killed himself. I can't remember any character names. Playing too many too many games at once here. But yeah, how was he that guy's right-hand man, and also in the Imperial Knights playing both sides against each other and not profiting much either way? I hope that all gets explained, but I've got my doubts. Stab. And Raven kills him.
Your life belongs to brave Vesperia now.
Trust your soul to the Lord or somebody, 'cause your ass belongs to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
From now on, whether you live or die depends on us.
If you get yourself knocked out in combat, we're not using a life pod on you.
Right?
No! No, I don't agree to this at all. Oh, I don't really know about this, right?
That's perfect, Yuri.
Make him our slave. Make him wear like a ballerina outfit and run around town saying I'm a ninny.
Well, Rita will be into this. Repeat urinates on him. And she hits him too. I see this coming a million miles away. Although, frankly, they should be angry at her than they are at him. I mean, she betrayed them way worse. Kicks him in the nuts? No, just a punch. He's the comic relief character, which is why this... Maybe the... Oh man, I thought the punchline would be Rita's the only one who didn't hit him, but no.
I didn't want to feel left out.
Pete, you gonna piss on him?
Brutality. Raven, do you know where Alexei's hiding?
Well, he's on this fucking monstrous fortress. That's why you came here, isn't it?
I guess he'd be in the war room.
No fighting in the war room, gentlemen.
Let's go then.
All right.
Come on, Repeat. You're falling behind in that urinate all over the world side quest. Here's your chance to be the first dog to urinate on Raven.
You're not allowed to just go dying on us, Raven.
Speak for yourself, kid. Raven earned the Immortal Old Man title. And joined the party. And now there'll be a optional dialogue, right? Yep.
Yuri, that art you did back there was awesome!
What art?
Sure was. I bet most enemies couldn't stay standing after getting
Oh, we were waiting for this, for Raven to be in our party before we did.
Yuri?
To know in an instant how I need to move was the first time I've ever felt that.
Yeah, pretty hot.
It was really cool, Yuri. Ooh.
You've done some growing, Yuri. You sure are something.
Aw. So apparently this whole, that dialogue was just waiting for Raven to be in the party, because I believe we got that for doing a Mystic Art for the first time. Now Raven appears to have been leveling up. He's at level 48 with 0 experience, which well, I guess he's tied for the highest level of characters in our party in that case, because if you average them out, it would be probably 40. Well, we've got 2 at 47, 2 at 48, 1 at 46. If you average them before he showed up, it would definitely be less than 48. Because the 46 would pull it down. So it would be probably 47 point something. So maybe it's 47 point something rounds up to 48. Either way, the fact that he had 0 experience, like, towards his next level, I doubt seriously he was at level 48 when he left our party. But that's nice, because it means that when we get Estelle back, she will have leveled up while she was gone. Let's go ahead and bring him in, give him a chance to shine a bit. Carol is just blowing through. We need Carol, I think, for the next boss fight, because he's going to be the one who will actually, he'll be the one who will actually, can't talk. The next optional mission, secret mission, is something that you need Carol to do, per the FAQ. So we'll need him eventually. But for right now, let's give Carol a rest because he's running through his TP way too fast. Although he actually is the lowest level. So I might want to avoid surprise encounters. That is a good one. Is there something for member taunt? Oh. Yeah, we're not really using... Yeah, I mean, taunts are something where if you use overdrives... Ooh, he can do special stuff now. When did that happen? Has everybody got that? Judith doesn't appear to. Well, at some point we're going to need to check out Combat Force. We're going to need to check out Carol's super special thingy. Change an art attack depending on the distance between enemies. And we might want to check out Raven's mystical thingy. So Raven and Carol can both do mystic arts as well. We'll need to see those before it's all said and done. But in the meantime, he's got the Elven bow, which he did not have before. Yeah, he's just got all sorts of hot new shit. And unless I've already got it equipped on somebody. Strange Mark, Emerald Ring, Vesperia, Warrior Symbol, Turquoise. The proof, basically, that I did the Imperial Prestige, a symbol which, with a glorious image of the Empire, increases rate of overlimit gauge. This is basically the proof that we, that's the drop you get for beating him and doing the special mission. So, it's pretty exciting. Continue along the path and go down the stairs. Well, what about this door? Dracula door. I guess we have a little scene with those guys if we go down there and talk to them. I don't know. Or we can't go any further in that direction. I do know that it's just about time to call this one a video. So, in the interest of keeping the videos coming... No, it'll be a little short. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get myself lined up. It's like... It's whatever hour it is now, 59. So if I end the video now and start a new one, it'll be easy to spot when it's time to close the video. But, so again, I'm trying to get a few of these in the bank so that I can start uploading them more often. So I'm going to call it a video now. But when we come back, we've got all sorts of new people with exciting overlimits we got to see. Hopefully we can get all that rolling and keep things exciting and whatnot. I'm MysteriousJG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Tales of Vesperia. Bye-bye.